everybody, welcome to strength training. For class today, you are going to need a bench. You can also use it doesn't have to be a weight bench, it can be an ottoman, it can be just something long that you can balance on top of. You're going to need a long resistance band and then a few sets of dumbbells. We're going to have 2 circuits for sure with a possible bonus here at the end. I'm going to keep you on your toes, I'm not going to tell you quite yet. But for our first circuit, we are going to start with that long resistance band. We're going to kind of do a warm-up. So nothing super challenging. I've got a really light band here. We're going to be doing band pull-aparts followed by lat pull-down. So when we do a band pull-apart, I'm going to come nice and close here. Palms are up. I like to kind of wrap the band around just so it's not flopping everywhere. Palms are up, about belly button height, shoulders pulled back and down. I'm going to pull that band open, keeping a slight bend in my arms. Band touches kind of like the sternum right there, that little point right there. Pull, squeeze those shoulder blades together, coming on back. So we're going to do 10 of these. After we do 10 of those, hands are going to come up. Shoulders pulled back and down. So we're not up here. Pull them back and down so I can see your ears and your neck. And then we're going to drive our elbows so we make a W. Band sitting right at that collarbone when it comes down. Then we're going to do 10 of these. We're going to go 2 rounds. After that, you'll take a little bit of a breather as I set us up for circuit number 2. So let's get arms out, shoulders pulled back and down. Stand up nice and tall. 3, 2, 1. Pull, squeeze, and release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Shake out those arms. Hands are coming up. I'm actually going to sit just so you can see my hands. Make sure they're not getting cut off. Shoulders pull back and down. Drive those elbows down. Band comes to your collarbone. Let it back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Shake it out. Let's give those arms about 30 seconds here. You got to take some layers off because it's finally starting to get a little warm. It's a good sign. Take those layers off. We're going back to those band pull-aparts. Arms out, shoulders pulled back and down. 3, 2, 1. Pull. 1, 2. Think about squeezing those shoulder blades together. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Shake out those arms. I always find that I feel this a little bit in my shoulders, which is normal when we do these, especially when we're using a band. Okay. Last ones here. Drive those elbows down and back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Shake it out. Put that band away. Hang it on your hook. We are not going to need that anymore today. So as I'm going through circuit number 2, feel free to get a drink of water. This is where we're going to probably want a few different size weights here. You are also going to want a bench. So our first move is going to be a 1-arm, 1-leg row. So weight is going to be up on top of your bench. You are going to come up on top of the bench, and we're going to kind of be in a bear crawl position. So knees underneath our hips, toes are tucked, hands underneath your shoulders. What's going to happen is I'm going to lock my left hand into the side of my bench. My right knee is going to stay locked in. I'm going to pull the weight off the bench with my right hand, and then I'm going to pop my left leg out. So I'm here, the weight is off, and then I'm going to row my fist to my hip. So we're gonna do 10 of those on one side, and then we're gonna do 10 on the other side. After that, I'm going to be switching my weight. We're gonna go on to our back, and imagine I'm on my back right now. Weights are up here, dropping our elbows down. We have chest presses. We've got 10 of those. After that, I am gonna switch my weights a third time. So you're welcome to start heavier, lower, wherever. We're gonna sit on our bench, weights on our shoulders for seated shoulder presses. Then we're gonna go back to that one arm, one leg rows. So keep that in mind. Put your weights in a spot where you can easily switch them in and out. Find your way up onto your bench. I'm gonna lock my left hand in, kick my left leg out, pull that weight off the bench with my right hand, row, and release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. If you have some heavier weight today and you get to that 8th rep and it feels like that is where your reps are, then stop there. That's okay. Same as if you've got some lighter weight, you want to go to 12 reps, you can. Right arm's locked in. I'm kicking my right leg out, pulling the weight off the bench with my left hand. Row and release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Set that weight down. I'm going to take my weights down here. A little bit because I'm teaching, a little bit because my chest is not as strong as my back. Pop those weights up, rock yourself back. Shoulders pulled back and down. 3, 2, 1. Lower and press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Weights come to your knees. Drag yourself up. I'm going to go down just a little bit more with those weights because I know my shoulders are my least strong muscle of these 3. Sitting up nice and tall. We're going to pop those weights up to our shoulders. And we have 10 shoulder presses. And begin. Up and back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. We're going to take a full minute here before we go back to the beginning. Considering with all these moves, we hit about just every single arm muscle there is. We're going to take a breather. One of the other important things is as our weights start to get heavier, making sure we're taking adequate breaks in between. Knowing that those muscles are not going to fully recover, but they need to recover enough so that we can perform that move again with good form. Before we go into it, I'm going to cue you guys up on just a few more things here. When you are in this position, what typically happens, and I know it for myself too, when that weight is off, I tend to let my hips sit back because it's easier. Make sure we're keeping that shoulder over that wrist. That's going to keep that core engaged through it. So if you notice you're kind of sinking back to help yourself stabilize, it's not a bad thing, but you're taking off some of that core activation. That's one of the great parts about this move, is we get core, we get upper body, lower body, all the things. So find your way back up on top of your bench. You choose what side you're starting with. As long as opposites are not touching the bench, that's all that matters. And pull that weight off. Row and release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Weight comes up. Jack those arms. Switch it over. Opposites. Get yourself set up. Leg is out, and I'll pull that weight off. Engage that core. Row and release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Get those weights switched if you've switched them. You know, there's so many different types of adjustable weights out there. But depending on which one you have, it sometimes takes a little longer. Put those weights on our knees. Rock yourself back, pop them up. 3, 2, 1. Lower and press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Rock yourself up. Dropping my weights to something even lighter, because like I said, my shoulders are, I'd say they're not like my weakest muscle, but they're definitely one of my weaker muscles in my body. But they are a hell of a lot stronger than they used to be. So when you're doing these, especially on the second round, as we're getting more fatigued, you're gonna notice yourself like leaning back. Try to keep yourself up nice and straight. And as you're pushing that weight up towards the sky, press through your heels and squeeze your glutes. So as I'm pressing, I'm squeezing my glutes as I press on up. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Grab a water. We got a nice long break here till we go into our third and final round. You are probably already feeling it in your triceps and your biceps. This is normal. It's part of the reason why we do triceps and biceps at the end. Is if we were to do them first and then come and do these bigger primary moves, our muscles would be pretty fatigued. So by working our primary muscles first and our accessory muscles second, yes, those biceps and triceps are going to be tired, but those are not the main function of the main muscles being used in these bigger moves. Good, we still have time. We're not rushing into it. Just moving my weights. Good. When you are ready, find that dumbbell, make your way back onto bear crawl position on top of that bench. I'm gonna kick my leg out, and then I'm gonna pull that weight off, and we're gonna row and release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Get yourself set up. Pull that weight off. Row and release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. About 30 seconds here. Bring those weights to those knees. Pop them up, rock them back. Shoulders pulled back and down, upside down, feet with those weights. 3, 2, 1. Lower and press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Another 30 here. For our last shoulder press. This last round should be feeling pretty challenging all around. If it felt as easy as that first round, your weights need to be higher the next time you come back to this workout. Are we ready? Pop them up. 3, 2, 1. We're up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. We're gonna get those down. Grab some water. Take a breather. How are those arms feeling? Well, luckily, we're done with our chest, we're done with our back, we're done with our shoulders. And we're just gonna work our biceps a little bit and our triceps as just a short little bonus round. So for this bonus round, you can either go a little bit heavier on your weights if you want, or you can take those weights lighter and you can practice balance. I'm gonna keep the weights a little heavier. I'm gonna show you both ways. So if you're gonna go heavier, I want by their third round to be challenging. Shoulders pull back and down, palms face each other as we curl and release. That's a hammer curl. That's move number 1. Move number 2 is tricep kickbacks. I'm gonna do those. If you're like, Morgan, my arms are feeling really, really tired, I wanna work on some balance instead. You're gonna grab a lighter set of weights, like a 3, 4, 5 pound max. You're gonna balance on your right leg. You're gonna go hammer curl here. And then you're gonna switch to the other side. And this is where you get to play with. You're gonna hinge forward a little bit and you're gonna do tricep kickbacks. And what I recommend is not doing all your tricep kickbacks, balancing on your left leg, and not all your biceps on your right. So kind of flip them up, switch them up a little bit, but one of them you're standing up nice and tall on one leg, the other one you're hinged at the hip, kind of like you're getting ready to do a single leg deadlift, but we're here, elbows locked in, tricep kickbacks. Up to you if you're gonna do balance or not, or if you're just gonna sit with us. Either way, no matter which one you're doing, 10 of each for 3 rounds, and then we are out of here. Are we ready? Put the bench back a little bit. Starting with those hammer curls. Shoulders pulled back and down. 3, 2, 1. Curl and release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Settle down for a second. Doesn't matter if you've got the heavier ones or the light ones. We've got tricep kickbacks. Elbows are locked in as we press that weight back. You should feel that. You should feel it in your tricep even without weight as you extend your arm back behind you. Hands come together. Feet come together. Elbows locked in. Press it on back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. About a minute. Hopefully you don't have to go wash your hair after this, and you can have a little bit of downtime. I think that's always the worst, is when I do a morning workout and then I have to go shower, and I have no energy to shower because my arms are just completely fatigued. And that's when I wish I really had the big scrubber brush. Let's grab those weights. Let's go back to those hammer curls. Round 2, chest open, relax those shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Curl and release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Set those down. Tricep kickbacks. Remember, if you're balancing, hip is hinged here, elbows locked in. You're not all the way. You're just a little hinge. Grab those weights. Feet together, locked in. 3, 2, 1. Press it on back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Third and final time. Grab some water. If you have been doing your triceps or your biceps all on one leg, switch to the other one. Or even just hinge a different way. Whether you're standing up or hinging, just change that position. Okay, final time. Then we're out of here. Shoulders pulled back and down. Last 10 of these. And up. And down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. By that 10th one, it should be barely getting your way up. That's how you know you're at a good weight. And if you know you're like, I just don't have heavy enough weights, tempo. Slow on your way down, fast on your way up. Playing with tempo is going to allow those muscles to continue to get stronger without having to increase your weights depending on what you've got available. Push those hips back. Elbows locked in. Last 10. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Shake it out. Awesome job, so you guys. Thank you for joining me for strength training. This was a little bit more of a challenging one. Feel free to write down in your notebook or open up the note section in your phone. Note today's day and the workout that you did and the weights you used. So when you come back to it, was it easy? Was it hard? How can you make it a little bit more challenging so we're still working on progressive overload? Until next time.